Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades as per usual. Let's dive into some analysis here. And as you guys can tell, actually I have a new little recap chart here, so it's kind of more laid out. It's better, we can see what we're gonna add and recap. I'm actually gonna add some of the stocks here that some people have requested, right? I already added some. And actually add this guy. This guy keeps asking me about this stock, so I'll just add it. Why not? Nubis, and I'll add CrowdStrike to the list too. Not section, sorry. I'll just add a symbol. That's CRWD. CrowdStrike. So I'll add those two, right? We'll review them later on. But right now, let's take a look at the SPY. We'll start it off, and we'll make our way down the list for this market recap. So in these last couple weeks, obviously the market's been taking a tumble. We've been positioned out inside the Discord, out of indexes. We tried to get long here. We got a nice bounce, but didn't see much support come after that. So we decided to get out of those positions, rightfully so, because they were leveraged long ETFs, and the markets took a bit of a tumble, right? Bit of a tumble here, down almost another 4 to 5%, I believe, right? Yeah, 5% down. So I think that we're coming close to an end of a correction here. It could have already ended with this 4 and a 5. It's very possible that it did something like that. If you're being a little bit more aggressive on the short side, then you're looking for one more low, which can happen. But when we take a look at the SPY on market cipher on the daily time frame, it is showing some signs that the bottom could already be in. Although I don't think that this candle is that bullish and we're already in red money flow. It very well could be though, right? We're getting some very nice numbers on the 4 hour. This is showing an ABC. That should correct deeper, but I don't know about that. We'll have to see. The 1 hour time frame, you still got red money flow. So it's not like you're almost out, right? You still very well could do something like this, right? And this does this. And then you have red money flow coming back up. So I would say that it's not 100% sure that the lows are in. I would still be very cautious, and I would be careful because I had buy targets here that have broken, right? And we could also be part of a larger, wave 4. You could make the case that this is a 4, right? And this is an A, B, and a C, and this whole move is going to correct. And if that's the case, you got much lower targets, right? You got targets all the way down here, and I just don't think that that's realistic right now. And I think we need to trade what's in front of us, and what's in front of us is this maybe could be a wave 3 like this, and this is more likely of an ABC, right? Which, by the way, if this is a case, this is a flat, and it's basically blown through the buy area. I would say, and if it's gonna bottom out, it can do it at any moment. So, and if you want to do that, you gotta do a larger 4. But we're really inside of a choppy, very nasty corrective move. I don't really need to tell you that, but we are looking for a bottom, but we just haven't had the confirmations yet. So when we look at the Qs, we have a similar situation. I had potential buy areas here. And again, they got invalidated, so we got out of those positions. You can see where we entered our positions was right here. Our initial position got long. We got a bounce. Once I saw the retrace, and then we weren't able to take out the highs, we exited the position, rightfully so. This thing came down another 7%. With a leverage ETF, that could be way more, right? So for now, I just have to delete and get rid of those buy areas. And if we are charting, this on the smaller time frames, you might be able to find some areas, but for me, I'm not really interested in the indices right now. But you should be looking for a bottom. It should probably end at any moment. This setup may have been invalidated here. You might just have a 1 2 instead, right? And then you should be off to the races maybe later on during the year, but we'll have to see if this can even materialize, right? Some people are calling a generational top in this market. I'm just trading what's in front of me, and I'll get to my positions later on. IWM clearly breaking down now. We are overdue for a bounce, so you're going to get a 1-2 at one point. So this should retrace, right? You should get a bit of a bounce before it continues down inside of this wave 3. it is very nasty trying to long the small caps right now. There's not much hope for the small caps. I'd say any retest would be a great short opportunity in the small caps. The TLT never hit our buy area. Could also be done and could have truncated here in a 1-2 setup like this, and start to take off, right? So I'm very bullish right now on the bonds. I think that the yields are going down for at least a short period. We could actually be coming back into this area here of 3.7 to 2, or basically 3.7 to 3% on the 20-year, and I think after this we'll have a tremendous rally, because really we ended this move on 3 waves up, and when we end it on 3 waves up, it's a corrective move, and that means you're probably going to get another leg down. This is a more complex correction, A, B, C, and now it's going to have to go lower, right? Which means that this could be a 1-2, 1-2, and not a 3-wave move like I have it, right? Right now I got it like a 3-wave move. If you come back down, take out this level, this is going to be a 1-2, 1-2, and you're going to be crashing down into this area here, which would be bullish for bonds, right? So again, long the TLT. I am long the TLT. Let's take a look at the SMH. The SMH right now is in a very nasty area as well. So we hit my long-term target area. We got rejected, big rejection. I had another 3-wave move here, another rejection, and now we're capitulating down. I would have to say that you probably need some more time and reload the shorts before this leg starts to happen. So that's why the market could have found the bottom. If the semis start to rally, you may get some pressure relief off the semis, off the indices. If the semis can rally, sorry. Gold breaking out. My gold chart. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I guess I'll just go to this gold chart, but we're going to be covering gold. So gold getting a nice bid here. So it looks like this correction is not happening. You are extending this 5th wave at the moment. Very, very bullish. And at the same time, I believe you're inside of this 1, 2, 3, right? So you are continuing to impulse out. Very bullish. Again, we've been long gold inside my Discord since this level here. Since right at 28.41 is the level where we long gold. We are long UGL, right? I believe it's UGL, ProShares Ultra Gold. This is what we're long inside the Discord. We caught this trade as it was happening, and rightfully so, because the move is continuing higher. Even though the DXY isn't really doing much, it did collapse pretty hard here, but I think gold has a tremendous opportunity here still, and it can continue to run higher. It can really extend into 3,200, 3,500. I even have friends starting to text me about buying gold, so maybe we are nearing a top. When we have people, when you hear stuff like that start to happen, maybe we are getting near a top, because retailers or people who are not into the gold sector who want to get in now are late to the party, and that's you usually hear that kind of stuff when you are near a top. Let's take a look at silver. So we'll be covering silver here as well. And silver, I have in a more bearish scenario, but at the moment, let's see here. Yeah, you did erase divergence, so you're continuing to extend this X wave, right? Could it become bullish? Yes, it can. If you take out this peak, the 2 is in, which I don't think it is, because you have a weird setup right now. You got 5 waves up. You could do something like that and then come down, right? So this is possible as long as you remain below 34.84. And if you take that out, you're probably going to start to take off alongside gold. But my guess is you're going to do something like this, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Oil, let's take a look at oil. So oil needs a bit of a relief rally here in this wave 2. Then it'll be set to come back down later on. I'm not trading oil yet, but I'm going to try to catch this oil short. If it come back to 73, maybe that's where I'll like it to short. Japanese yen. So Japanese yen in a very interesting spot now. We need to remain below 149.2, and the carry trade can continue. You actually might have a 1-2, 1-2 setup right now for a big collapse in the Japanese yen. If that happens, obviously the markets will not hold up, and you'll be headed much lower. It could also double correct, right? If you look at the smaller time frames, take out this high, you're going to be double correcting, and you're going to be going higher. You're going to be extending this further, and the market will have bought itself some more time, right? If you do that, that's going to be bullish. GameStop, I already did my video on GameStop on yesterday, so you guys can check that out. But it seems to be trying to bottom out as well, and we could have an impulsive move on our hands. NVIDIA, very tough situation as well as it continues to break down with the semis, but we could, you know, be due for a bigger relief rally. Could actually get up to 129, right? If you get on the smaller time frames, you could see that we're probably inside of this corrective move. We're not inside a 5-wave move up as that I can see for now. So we might be able to do something like this. And if that's the case, your target area is much higher, right? So which means that the markets could have a little bit more juice left in this rally. 125 to 128. Right, you could actually go to 133. So let's put a wide range for this one. Right here. Tesla, again, we're looking for one more low, but it could also be inside of a bigger corrective move. We did not take out the high, so it's still possibly inside of this 1212. You take out the high, you're extending the corrective move, or you could even make the case that the low is in, right? AMD, again, in a very rough spot. It seems to be trying to round off and bottom out here, but I think it might be due for a bigger corrective move higher. If that's the case, I'll give you guys a target area real quick. just off what I can see here. There you go. So probably between 104 to 108 is a short area again for AMD if it wants to rally higher. Intel is a very tough spot. I think Intel is going to be crashing down soon. I think Intel is headed down to the $7, $8 range, maybe $10, right? I think it's going to be headed towards the single digits. I think it's going to be capitulating into this target area down here. It's, again, it may take some time, but I think that's the final destination. NBIS came down as we expected. Again, someone asked me when we were up here. I said this move looks like it's coming to an end. On the daily time frame, you can see you have bearish divergence. This is a 5th wave, and you're probably going to come back into this between the 4 and the 2 right here. So again, so far so good. It's been holding its target area. I would like to see a bounce and then one more leg down with erasal of divergence. And then I would like to probably pick it up myself if we can get it back down to maybe 1750. CrowdStrike is making its way down as well as alongside the entire market, but I think it might need one more low. Putting in this A, right, and then B, and then a C. All right, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And that's it that I have for the market recap. For the positions, again, you guys got to be members. I'm going to be showing my position update inside the Discord. Also, I'm going to start tweeting them out, but I'm not going to say where I entered, when I entered, stuff like that. Just probably weekly tweets. Okay? Peace.